Shannon, man, I'm glad you more optimistic than a guy we just threw out the car about 20 seconds ago. I had the car revved up to about 175 miles an hour, and I told Tate Boy Fresh to swing that damn door open and let me get the throwing. I had to go get you, Trip. I had to go pick you up, man.
Hey, old Curb was catching strays on Smash the Gas.
Yeah. But Trip, you ain't like that, man. Let's be clear. You ain't like that. That ain't you, man.
No, but I'm not as optimistic after beating what I think is a bad Bengals team. This just kind of falls back in line of what I think Mike Tomlin's teams are. They can beat anybody. They can lose to anybody. They're consistently inconsistent. I've not seen enough to change my mind to where I was at 2 weeks ago. I'm glad they won, and I hope they can beat the Chicago curse that the Steelers have had on them. They're 1-12 in their history in Chicago. So I'm hoping they can overcome that.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see them stack wins and start having some sustainable improvement. But I mean, I'm not willing to write off the season, but I've not seen enough to make me a believer again yet either.
Hey, well, my question was a correction. Have you seen any team in the AFC that's made you a believer yet? Any team in the AFC?
No, I don't think there's a dominant team in the NFL right now.
Okay. I said the same.
I mean,
I said maybe the Rams. I said maybe the Rams.
I think the Rams have a really good offense. They drafted well last year. Yeah. They got a good defense.
Dog quarterback, again, Shannon. Dog quarterback.
They're not scary. I think Philadelphia is again the champion until somebody changes that. And I think they've got a really, really good team this year too. But as far as a dominant team, I don't see one this year right at the moment.
Thank you. That's why you in the car right now. We had to drop off the diabolical Kirby. Tate, let's get this Joker jumping, man. Let's go, man.
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, it's Wednesday, and some of you may already been with us over on the Smash the Gas podcast on the KnoItAllz YouTube channel. Now we're live on the Steel Curtain Network, also the KnoItAllz YouTube channel, so you could be watching either place. But we're here with the Pump Your Brakes podcast. Like Big G like to say, I say we dropped him off, right? We dropped him off somewhere over there on East 99th in Cleveland, the homie Curb, who might be a plant. He might be the ops, like Big G said, because he lives in Cleveland. And all his negative mentality. I mean, I don't know, Curb, but that's our boy. But we dropped Curb off and scooped up the Trip OG, rode down to West Virginia through the valleys and mountains and picked up old Trip OG Shannon White. Shannon, what's up, man?
You just got to be ready for the curves and the hills and the hollers if you come to see me.
That's right.
It's funny. We have people that used to have salesmen that would come from the Midwest and Middle America, and they'd come in and they're like, well, you can't see around the next curve, and it's hills and hollers, and it's hard to drive here. I'm like, I guess I'm just, we've done it our whole life, but when you go out there, you just like you drive, and and it's all flat and straight.
Right. Mm-hmm. No. So Shannon, when I go home to Ohio from here in the DC area in Maryland, where I'm at, just 15 miles outside of the city. But I gotta go up when I'm going, because I go 68, right? Through Cumberland, Maryland, 68, and I come through. I'm trying to I never looked at a map good, pay attention to how I go through Pennsylvania, then I go through West Virginia, then I'm back in Pennsylvania. Like
it's like that little underpass part. You're talking about that little underpass part.
I'm just talking about. I think I maybe by then I'm on 70.
Yeah,
but I go through. I'm in Pennsylvania, then I'm in West Virginia, and I'm in. Now, if I went Breezewood and went that way, I'd come through Wheeling, West Virginia, and I know I'd be 70, 76 the whole way. But when you take 68 to avoid the tolls, I hit that little bottom corner down there where you Pennsylvania, West Virginia, then back in Pennsylvania. So you know, but yeah, I've done a little bit of driving in West Virginia when going. I've been to a couple Marshall football games. So that's
Huntington.
Huntington, yeah. You know why, Big G?
No, I know.
Huntington. Yo, I won't say who, but I was the best man, and Big G's bridesmaid, his wife's bridesmaid, was from down in Huntington, and we
I know
had some fun sometimes. But but hey, this was 30 years ago. But man. So man, you guys got anything you want to talk about? What's new? I'll go to Shannon first, Big G. I heard you bump your guns with Curve for all day if I count the chat, but at least the last hour on the last show. But Shannon, any Steeler news going on you know about? I don't think it's been determined that Aaron Rodgers is playing, but he sounds like he really wants to. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, I know they say he's pushing for it. You got to think of the season and moving forward. And so that's going to be a decision that's going to come down to what's best for the franchise. So, you don't want to put him out there where he could really injure it. I'm sure they will figure out a brace, a way to stabilize it. And as long as he can function, I think they'll let him play. But it sounds like Warren might be able to play because, he's a little bit concerned about that. Now, the main Steeler news that I thought was interesting, Darnell Washington went on a podcast with St. Brown from the Lions.
Yep.
And he admitted he's 311 pounds.
Shannon, he lied. He's 335.
All I'm saying is we knew he was at least 3.
Yeah.
I remember when Eric Green was playing, and one of my old teammates went to Liberty and played with him. And he was a massive dude. But he was substantially shorter than Washington. And he played around 300 in the NFL, and Washington's bigger. So we all knew he was over 3, but how much we didn't.
He talking about his preseason weight was 311. Right now, he about 335. He about 335. And
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and it's okay because he's out there killing them.
Oh, yeah.
Tay, let me say good evening to Arch Baby Doll. Thank you, Arch Baby Doll. We are continuing to pray for your family. You are exactly like family to us. We appreciate you rocking with us every time we see you in the podcast. Prayers for your family. Thank you for giving us the $2. We really appreciate it, man.
No doubt. Thanks, Arch Baby Doll. But moving on, and you know what? Let's shout out some of the people in the live chat. Big G, you and Shannon, go ahead and do that. Just start from the top, scroll down, and we can get going on this thing, man.
Sure will. Vincent Bay 4063, we appreciate you. Swagnificent 864 in the building. Craig Withrow in the building, man. We appreciate you. Stiller DNA, Mark Stewart, Bigfoot Bob, man. Bigfoot Bob, I'm so glad to have you back around, bro. Man, I was missing you, man. Boxing Man, man, you diabolical. You be hanging out with Kirby too much sometimes, Boxing Man. But we appreciate you over here, man. Juice Bellamy in the building. Stiller Girl 2772. B. Wayne in the building. Andre Green. Aaron J 3972 in the building. Stiller Girl 808. DNA. Stiller DNA. What's up? What's crack-a-lackin'? Jason, I don't want to say your last name right. It's spelled Huynh. I'll mess that up all day and night. Andre the Giant. Man, what's up, Andre the Giant? Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you. Thanks for rocking with us one more time, man. And let's see. Aaron Jade in the building. I don't want to miss nobody. 86 Peasy in the building. Reginald Rivers. Who you got, Tate?
I'm down towards the bottom. I got Brian Miswa in the building.
Yeah.
Gavin Anthony. I didn't hear you say his name, but he's always here. Thanks for tapping in again, Gavin. Like you said, Art. You said Stu Bus Driver.
Yeah.
Mark
Tobin.
Mark Tobin.
And the diabolical one, Tate. The
Is
diabolical one. Yes, he is. My arch nemesis himself, Claude Bishop.
What Claude said, you're never in Pennsylvania on 70 going up 68.
Tate, he said he was trash.
No, you're on 270 though. I said if I break off and go Breezewood, then stay 270, then I'll get on 70. I go 68. And you do get back on 70 once you go all the way across on 68. You get on 70 going through Ohio, Claude, and know what I'm talking about.
Uh-oh.
How about that
I got a feeling it's gonna get diabolical between you and Claude tonight, Tate. I got a feeling. I got a feeling.
Big G, what's your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers, man? Well, first let's set up the premise of this show, right? So we're gonna talk about pull up the graph. So strength in numbers. The Steelers got some depth this year, right? At least at certain positions, not so much wide receiver. But
hold it, time out. Kevin Brokenborough for the 1999 super chat, super sticker, man. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the 20, man. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you rocking with us,
building.
Man. Thank you, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the support. Thanks for always tapping in, man. Definitely. Yeah. Appreciate all your Steeler love, man. And love for Pump Your Brakes and the Smash the Gas and the KnoItAllz channel, man. Thanks for tapping in with us. But yeah, man. So what the depth, man, right? So man, Mason Rudolph got in last week for Aaron Rodgers, looked good. Some people, to me, I think some people want to see like saying Aaron Rodgers should rest, make sure he's healthy. But if he's healthy, they're going to let him play. If he's not healthy, they're not going to let him play. I think that's more about people just wanting to see what Mason can do more than worried about Aaron Rodgers' health. Is what I think about that. You guys tell me when let me finish. The DB, your boy Big G, 50, I'm not calling Big G, I'm calling 50-50 on this one. Your boy 50-50. James Pierre, he not 50-50.
Pierre LaPew.
You 50-50 on him.
Yeah, I know. But Pierre LaPew is my dude.
Shannon said that other day on the Hangover, like he not gonna go with you on that one, Big G. Because Pierre been playing good football for a few years now. I mean, especially special teams. He's showing up more on defense now. But Tomlin said that Darius Slay will start if he's healthy.
Trash.
He's playing. But I think the defense they've been playing, they've been running a lot of too high, where the corners can play off a little bit and watch the quarterback. That's what Slay excels at. They get to playing one-on-one. Slay got to bring his tail out the game. And then you got Malik Harrison, I think, has been doing a solid job, but you got Holcomb coming back. So should any of these guys that were potentially ahead of these guys that subbed for him, should any of these guys stay on the field and the starters not get their time?
Shannon. Because I'm pissed if it happened what you just broke down. Go ahead, Shannon. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm excited about getting Holcomb because the Harrison missed a good bit of the beginning of the year injured. But since he's been in there, he's playing really well. And having him and Holcomb and keeping them rotating, that keeps Wilson fresh because we got to remember Wilson's great on special teams.
Facts.
And he's so fast and so athletic. And with him and Queen in there together, you keep them both fresh. They're fast. They're great in coverage. It's never hurts to have 4 quality inside linebackers. So I'm excited about that. I do not think Slay should come back as the starter. Part of the rotation, yes. But as a starter, I would rather stick with Pierre. They're going to try to work Samuel in, which I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
This could be with Duggar and Ramsey at safety full time. Other than Elliott, they could be pretty close to full strength.
Yeah.
Even better than when they started the year having Samuel. So I can see an uptick in what they're able to do, the different coverages and different personnel packages. So this could be very, very well a step forward. My biggest disappointment is Trice is done. Now, I said a few weeks ago I thought he was done. And it's sad. But now it's official that he's out for the year. And he's going to have to step back and give it a little bit of time, make a career decision, because I just don't believe he can stay healthy.
Arch Baby Doll for the $2. Fautano being back helped a lot on the offensive line. That's big facts. Siamalo and Fautano able to play. Oh my God, that helped us.
Mm-hmm.
But Shannon and Tate, dog, if they bench Pierre LaPue, what the hell is Mike Tomlin thinking about? There's no way you bench Pierre LaPue. He starts. He freaking starts, man.
Like Shannon said he's going to be part of the rotation. Who's to say the rotation isn't that Slay starts, but Pierre gets most of the playing time? You don't know if that's not the case. You don't know that. And you don't know yet that Tomlin just didn't put something out there in the media so to see how they playing around it. We don't know because he don't never keep it completely 100. He keeps stuff close to the vest. You never know when he talks to say words. He don't really talk to let you know nothing in the press conference.
Yeah, he says a lot to say nothing.
Right, that's that part.
Slay over there in Philly got his position snatched from him and came in and gave reserve time because Cooper DeJean and Mitchell started in front of him, and then they put him in.
No, Slay,
that's the same role he needs to play with us.
Slay started on the outside, and Mitchell and Cooper DeJean played the slot. And they say Slay was really instrumental in their development. They'll tell you that. Slay won trash last year. He ain't played well this year, but I'm not going to let you give him trash last year when he wasn't. He was a big part of the Super Bowl winning team. Now,
I'm going to tell you where you go.
Did Father Time hit him real quick upside the head? Yes.
That's why he can go right there.
Shannon brought that up in the summer. I hope that don't happen, and it happened. So that's where we're at. But if they're playing a scheme that he can be successful, you're not asking him to use athleticism, which is fading because he's older. You're asking him to use his wit and his mind and his experience to play watching the ball. Pierre needs to be on the field. The defense is better, even just from his physicality, and his tackling is better than Slay. Even if you said the coverage was equal, the physicality Pierre brings, the size, and the tackling makes it a better fit, period, because of that.
Pierre LaPue, let me tell you something. Outside of Ramsey, Pierre LaPue got the best film of any defensive back for the Pittsburgh Steelers this season. And I was calling for him to get cut. I was, but I seen the light, baby. I seen the light. I've been converted. Pierre LaPue, you are him. You are him. I've been converted.
Hey Shannon, why is the move to Duggar, acquiring Duggar, and I was hoping that Deshaun Elliott would come back. We see what those three guys look like together at some point this year. But I think Elliott's going to be done too, along with Trice. But why do Duggar and Ramsey work so well? What's going on different back there, Shannon?
I think that we had Clark and Elliott and I swear, what was the guy? Thornhill.
Trash.
Yeah. And you didn't have the physicality there. Clark is, he's an older vet that had lost 2 steps. If Thornhill wasn't physical, and Elliott, mind, he's had a rough personal life issues and injuries to start the year. And so now you got Duggar who brings the hammer. He is very athletic. Like I said, he is like Terrell Edmonds, but he's more of a ball hawk.
We stole him, Shannon.
Yeah.
We stole him.
And now Ramsey is doing a great Minka Fitzpatrick impersonation, but he's even more physical.
I was gonna say that, Shannon. We all know how great Minka was.
Yeah.
To me, and you tell me, I'm gonna let you finish. The fact that it's been expedited by necessity that Ramsey goes to safety actually makes the defense better because now you got a better free safety back there than Minka was because he can do more stuff than Minka did.
Yes.
I mean, Minka was great at free safety, but Ramsey can be just as great. He can come down, he can go cover somebody on the outside, he can come down the slot. You can man him with anybody. I mean, so that's all I want to ask Shannon, but go ahead and finish what you're saying.
When Minka had to provide the physicality at safety, he lost his ball hawking ability.
Yeah, facts.
Which we've watched Ramsey, who's naturally physical all the time, and it doesn't affect his ball hawking ability. Duggar is a step up there. I think he's even a better ball hawk than Elliott.
Facts.
And he's very physical. Now you got Pierre, who we've seen make that beautiful tackle and body slam the guy, which I love personally. I knew it was going to be a penalty, but I love that physicality. And now Joey Porter Jr.
wasn't a penalty. That wasn't a penalty.
He didn't get a penalty on that?
No, they
talked about it like
he body slammed
was
him
too, but it wasn't a penalty.
Oh, I'm glad he didn't. I thought he did.
WWE, baby.
But it's actually bringing out Joey Porter Jr. He's been a little more physical in his tackling, especially in the running game. So I like where they're heading and their mindset, the physicality of the secondary right now.
And I'm gonna say this: Duggar Ramsey, man, that's like Clark and Palamuli. Let's like Clark and Palamuli back there, dog. That's like Clark and Palamuli. And everybody know I love Troy Palamuli.
Like you move Troy around.
Sure can. Juice Bellamy for the $1.99. Told you Slade PTA 2.0 before. Hey, man, Slade, listen. If Samuel shows me that he's up to speed, Slade's the fourth corner.
He might be the fifth.
Yeah, because Eccles is in front of him too.
Eccles is in front of him too, yeah.
Yeah,
so Eccles has definitely been better, yes.
You go JPJ, Pierre LaPue, Samuel, Eccles, and then Slay.
Yeah.
I mean, dog, what are we talking about?
But
and like I said,
if they rolled the dice, but sometimes you got to do that, especially considering the circumstances. And we know what the plan was. You never know when a guy's going to hit that wall if Father Time catches up, and sadly it has.
And listen, I'm going to give everybody all talking diabolical about Omar Khan and Andy Waddle. Stop it. Because they pulled off a trade that might have saved our damn season. Duggar is a huge acquisition. He's a robber. For y'all that don't know what that is from a football terminology standpoint, he can literally sit in the middle of the field and go either way. How you think he got that pick six? He totally fooled him in the coverage. It was cover one robber. Everybody thought it was cover two, but it was cover one robber. And instead of him going to the backside wide receiver, he floated to the middle because he read the quarterback's freaking eyes. It was cover one robber.
I saw that was inverted cover two, where Porter dropped back. No, Pierre dropped back as the safety, let Higgins run across him right in front of his face, and he went back. And Duggar, the whole time, his intention was to come up to drive on the ball towards Higgins, and Flacco was pressured by, I believe, TJ, and just got rid of it and went right to Duggar, and Duggar caught it.
That's a robber.
Like,
don't forget.
That's a robber position.
Robber. I'm just saying that it was inverted cover two and not cover one.
But don't forget that Duggar dropped one earlier.
Same play.
He did too.
He could have had two.
Yeah. It's Carl Bishop for the 5. He said, I'm convinced you watched the game, but you don't see the game, and put some respect on James Pierre's name. Hater. Listen, I wanted him cut. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted him cut. But I'm telling you,
you can't, Big G. The tape is all out there. We know you wanted him cut.
But so what? Guess what? With more information, you're allowed to change your damn opinion. With more information, you're allowed to change it. And just as bad as I hated on him, now he's him. So, Claude, I don't give a damn what you say. Pierre's done played well enough to say he's him. More information. Now, it would be diabolical if I kept saying, oh, he trash. He just said, hell no, he ain't trash. Hell no, he's a dog. And I'm allowed to change my opinion with information. Get out of here, Claude. That's diabolical. Talking about I'm a hater. Hell no. He played his way to be a Steeler. They should give him a second damn contract. What is you talking about? What's what Frosty the Bear said? GM and assistant GM haven't done anything. Yet there's moves that they haven't done anything yet. Let their moves and drafts lead to playoff success and consistency during the year. And then we can say that they are elite. I didn't say that they were elite, but you better thank goodness we got Andy Waddle and Omar Khan. You better thank goodness. Compared to garbage Kevin Colbert? Compared to that big trash dude? Stop that.
He finished bad, but in all respect, Big G, you go hyperbolic real quick. I mean, Kevin Colbert's a Hall of Fame GM now. Where his last 5 years were the worst of his career.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. But I'm not gonna call
exactly.
him trash.
Frosty is telling the truth. That's right. And that they haven't done anything yet, but it takes time.
The Steelers haven't done anything. Omar Khan and Andy Wild have brought talent in here.
Yeah, but then you got to have the coaching staff to develop it and utilize your personnel correctly. It's steps that have to be taken. But we're seeing a new modern terminologies, modern approach to building foundations and building rosters and communicating with other GMs and opening up trade communications. And we're seeing the changes since Khan and Waddle have taken over. So,
Shannon,
where the real proof is going to be is where the Steelers in 2 to 3 years.
Right. Look at the drafts. Look at what they put together in the draft. Look could you imagine Kevin Colbert trading Minka Fitzpatrick and coming out of there with Jalen Ramsey and the tight end Smith? Could you imagine him going to get Duggar? Duggar, this is moves, bro, that you got to make.
Yeah, he wouldn't have done no.
Hell no, he wouldn't have done none of that.
No.
He wouldn't have done that. Could you? I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying they're elite, but I'm saying flat out that you better thank goodness we got a modern GM. Yeah. We got a modern, and we're still in a freaking rebuild. We're still in that's the whole diabolical part about it. We're still rebuilding. We don't have a franchise quarterback yet.
But honestly, they've just really committed to it since Khan and Waddle took over. And this year they were sneaky. What they did was they got all these veterans on 1-year contracts. There's like 15, 16 guys coming off the books next year.
That's fact, Shannon.
So the rebuild, one way or the other, is happening. And again, is there going to be a quarterback worthy of that first-round pick? It might be that they're going to go other directions.
Hell
continue
no.
to build this team, and then worry about the quarterback in 27.
That's fact, Shannon. That is facts.
That's what I think, too. I think they should bypass the quarterback. I ain't seen nothing special. I saw my draft today where they had him Big G pick 20, 25, or 26, drafting the receiver Tate out of Ohio State.
Oh, my God.
I've seen that.
I'll cry if we get Tate. I'll cry because he's a dog. He's a dog.
With that,
quick question for G. And you, Tate, because I don't know. I mean, I know G is up on this guy. What do you think of Mendoza? Now, what I'm saying is, what I've seen, that last drive to win that game, that's the kind of play I want to see out of my quarterback.
Shannon, Mendoza will probably be the first quarterback taken. We're not going to take the first quarterback in this year's draft, so we ain't even got to worry about it. No. Lenore Sellers, hell no. K. Klubnik, hell super no.
Yeah.
The kid from LSU, Lenore Sellers, nope. I don't want none of them.
But
they're probably going back. Sellers is one of them.
I hope.
Sellers will probably go back and transfer.
Yeah.
My guy that I like, we talked about in a few weeks ago, Levis. Well, Levis.
Levis, yeah.
You're talking about the Arizona State?
Levitt, yeah.
He on IR. He hurt.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's going to come back next year now.
Yeah.
But he's transferring, they're saying.
He's transferring where?
They're saying he's transferring.
They're saying he's transferring. Yeah, he probably should go to a team that needs a quarterback that can get some exposure for him. But he said,
if he goes to Virginia Tech, I'll run down the road and watch him.
Oh man,
that'd be a good fit. All James Franklin need is a quarterback.
Yeah.
All he gonna need. Then they gonna put resources behind Franklin.
Just build this foundation like the Steelers did before they drafted Ben, and then you know that's what I'm saying. Drop him in a ready-made position.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. And we got 12 picks and big bread.
Yeah.
Shannon, all that money is coming off, like you said. We're going to have big bread. So we can get what we want on the street. We can go get it. And we got 12 picks? Come on, dog. We still rebuilding.
They're not going to use all 12 picks. But then Omar Khan will. they're not going to use all 12. They're going to trade. You use them picks to trade up and get the players you want. If you get
certain rounds,
six good players,
exactly.
You got 12 picks and you get 6 or 7 good players that you want, you're doing better than just picking 12 guys. Because 12 guys not going to make the team.
Yeah.
12
I
to 15 dudes coming off the books, though.
Yeah.
12 to 15 dudes coming off the books, though.
So, I mean, them 7 or 8 guys they get will fill up, but you're not going to draft 12 people and think you're going to keep them all because you're not.
Yeah, and they will be heavy into the free agency this year, too.
Yep.
But,
That,
hey, guy, real quick, while we got a pause, I'm going to we're going to take our first break. If you're watching on YouTube, we're not going anywhere. If you're listening to audio podcast, we have to hear a few words and advertisements from our partners, and we'll be right back after this. Stay with us on Pump Your Brakes. We right back. And we're back on the Pump Your Brakes podcast on a Wednesday night. Mr. Algorithm in the building. The algorithms up. When we get the algorithms up, that means Shannon gonna raise the roof.
Shannon's over there killing it. He's over there killing it.
Yeah, man. But man, so I agree with Shannon. I think before they invest or trade up for a quarterback who I think, even if you get a quarterback in the second round, you can get any of those guys we name, if they come to the draft, you can get them in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
As far as Mendoza, Shannon, I think Mendoza is good. I don't think he's first pick worthy, but because he's a quarterback, he'll be elevated up.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried. I thought he was going to prove himself not the guy in that drive against Penn State, because if you're watching the first play of that drive, he took a 15-yard loss on a sack.
Mm-hmm.
But then he was able to make a big throw the very next play and come back and get them down the field. And he showed a lot of poise. And that's the difference right there. That drive right now is what has him the odds favorites in Vegas to win the Heisman. Now, Julian Sand for Ohio State, and to me, he's the best quarterback in the nation. No bias. That kid just drops back, pocket.
He's a daughter. He's a daughter.
He throws darts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but he can't come out this year.
Nope.
So,
I want to take. I want. I've been screaming Jaden Proctor to tackle Alabama, but I done found me another one. I want that damn tackle out of Utah, dog. He's a killer. I want that boy out of Utah. Well, I'm telling you, he's an assassin. He's a trained assassin.
You got new information on him now because you done went 50-50 again.
No, I didn't want. Listen, I like Proctor, but that boy out of Utah is a trained assassin, boy. Hey. I'm telling you, a tackle, woo! He's a pro. He's like Penny Sewell.
Okay, I like that. We'll have our draft shows. First, let's talk about this season. Up next for the Steelers. The Steelers will have to, defense will have to prove it. I mean, they've been playing well. This week against Chicago is another test. Chicago is, I believe, second in the league in rushing. They're committed to running the ball. Ben Johnson, former offensive coordinator of Detroit Lions. They got DeAndre Swift, and I'm going to do like Shannon right now because I don't know the other running back name up. Manuga Walla, is that his name? Big G? I know you're going to
That's his name. No, that's his name. You're right. You said you pronounced it right. I had to look it up.
Okay, I don't even know if I said it right, but they like to run the ball. So we got this test this weekend. Then we play the Bills. We host the Bills. I like that as a measuring stick. I mean, I don't want to have I can't say it's a letdown against the Bears. The Bears are in first place in their division, right? Mm-hmm. And then we get the Bills at home. Then we travel to Baltimore, and we get a chance to kind of take control of the division if you win that game, right? I mean, it don't mean you're going to win it, but you take control of it. Let's talk about this Chicago matchup because I want to ultimately, once we talk about these couple games or this game in Chicago, I'm going to put up the rest of the Steelers schedule after these 3 games. And we'll talk about their chances to win the division and their opportunities they have in front of them going forward as the seasons. We got 7 games left. Their opportunity to win AFC North, maybe get in the playoffs and win a playoff game. And the further stretch, but like the title says, we can think it, we can dream it, we can talk about it. Mm-hmm. Super Bowl is in Santa Clara, California, Super Bowl 60. Then it says win Super Bowl 40. Yeah, they just said celebrate the 20-year reunion of that team this year. So, man, that would be That would be poetic if they were able to get back there and get that again. But man, so Shannon, what are your quick thoughts? We're gonna run through. What are your quick thoughts on this game this week? What do you need to see from the Steelers to break the Soldier Field curse?
I'm kind of leery of Williams from the aspect that his mobility, his ability to throw on the run. It's something they're going to have to deal with the next 3 games with 3 different quarterbacks. They all 3 can do keep the play alive and attack this team down the field. That's concerning. They cannot let the Bears establish the run.
Facts.
If the Bears can run the ball successfully, it can look a lot like the first Cincinnati game. That's what's scary. So they've got to shut down the running game first. And then, hopefully they get their turnovers. Like I said, when they get turnovers, they're really good on defense. When they don't, it usually doesn't work out. So that's my main thing as far as the offense is I need to see the offense try to establish. They're going to have to throw the ball down the field more moving forward this year because teams are starting to set on that and make it like last game they surprised them with Gainwell, heavy dose of Gainwell and Darnell Washington. And that was your most successful passing receivers. But they're going to have to get other people involved and they're going to have to stretch the defense. Not even complete them, but they're going to have to at least keep them honest and move them back. And they haven't been doing that. And I think Mason can do that. And Rodgers is being hesitant. And when he does pull the trigger, he's overthrowing Metcalf and whoever else. So I'm not confident about the next 3 games. I hope I'm wrong. I don't think they match up well in any of these 3 games.
Claude Bishop for the super chat, man. With Colbert, we never went without a number 2 wide receiver. Colbert won 2 Super Bowls, and what has Khan done? Rebuild for what? Because you rebuild because you kind of win another damn Super Bowl, Claude, number 1. And number 2, he ain't been there before a hot second. We said the last 5 years Kevin Colbert was there. He was diabolically trash, sort of like you over there in the Matrix. But give him a chance to do what he need to do. He done put us in position. So why do we rebuild? Because we want to win. That's why we rebuild.
And he has Ton has got some talent. We've all been over. We won't spend time on it now, but Colbert's last 5 drafts, is there like one TJ and one other person on the team still?
TJ was 17, dog. No, but
on the team that Colbert drafted is one or 2 players left.
It's like TJ. Drafted. It's like TJ Watt,
Hayward,
and Hayward. That's it.
Yeah.
All the rest of them, no.
Big G, your thoughts on this game against Chicago, real quick.
The deal with Chicago is this. First of all, Caleb Williams holds the ball more than any quarterback in the NFL. He holds the ball longer. He has the ball in his hands.
Because he has an escapability. He feels confident in doing that, but they can get you caught up. Go ahead.
Correct. So that's what we got to do. We got to go get him on the ground. That's what we have to do this week. And I think, Shannon, remember how they switched up and they went 3 linebackers against the Colts? They went 3 inside linebackers and they did that 4-3 look. Look for that this week, dog. Look for that 4-3 look this week, bro. They're going to make Caleb beat him. And I don't think he can do it, especially if you take away Roma Duze. If you take away Roma Duze, I don't think they can beat us. I really don't believe they can do it. So you're going to get that 3 linebacker look. They're going to cover Loveland and Komet with the linebackers, Peyton Wilson or whoever's in there, and they might drop from a 3-4 to a 4-3. But you get after Caleb Williams because he's going to make a mistake. He holds on to the ball entirely too much, and he throws a lot of picks. So get after him. Get after Caleb Williams, and we'll be fine. Now, the offense has got to come through for us. That's why I personally feel that Mason Rudolph should start this week. Because Rodgers, you're going to be 42 in a couple of weeks, dude. You need a week to let your arm heal, bro. And I know he wants to discount double check him. I know he does. Because this is his last run around and run through the NFC North. He wanted, I own you. I own you. He wants to do that. But, bro, we don't need you for that. We need you to be ready for Buffalo and Baltimore. That's what we need you for. That's what we brought you here for.
That's the best reason I've heard that you actually gave a reason. A lot of people just said, oh, I think he should rest. Not because of why you said he should rest, but because I think they just want to see what it looked like with Mason versus Aaron Rodgers healthy. Now, I can see it the way you see it, Big G, as far as that goes. But real quick, so those, because I want to get into the end of the schedule. These next 3 games at Chicago, home for Buffalo, at Baltimore. Just not analyzing any of the other games, other 2. Just what do you see the record of the Steelers come out this next 3 games? You and Shannon both.
Hell, 2-1,
1-2, 2-1.
2-1 minimum. 2-1 minimum. Baltimore don't scare me, dog. Neither really does Buffalo. Not like that. They don't scare me.
Buffalo finally looked good last week, but they gave up like 36 points or something to Tampa Bay.
I ain't worried about them.
Okay, so you say at least 2-1, you say. Shannon, what you say?
Yep.
Well, Tampa Bay's got an explosive offense.
Tampa Bay.
And they put that up on Buffalo. The Steelers' offense is not like Tampa Bay's offense.
But wait, Shannon. Tampa Bay ain't got no pieces. Bucky Irvin didn't play.
Players hurt.
Mike Evans didn't play.
I don't think Godwin played either.
Chris Godwin didn't play either. They had a Mecca Ibuka and a tight end. They wasn't out there killing like that. That's what they had, Shannon. So now hold it now. Now, if they would have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Bucky Irvin, then I say yeah. But they didn't have those pieces, and they killed them.
No, like I said, I don't like the matchups. I'm hoping the Steelers can go 1-2, but they could easily go 0-3 the next 3 games.
I
hope not, but if they would be, I'll feel a lot better if they can win in Chicago and overcome this curse that's been there. If they can win that, then if they split the next 2, then you're okay. But if they lose this one in Chicago, it could snowball like last year.
They ain't losing to Chicago, Shannon. They ain't losing to the Bears. I'm telling you, they ain't doing it. If you said Buffalo, I'd ride with you, but they ain't losing to Chicago, dog. They're not doing it. Chicago ain't a good team, Shannon. Chicago actually sucks. They played a last place schedule and ain't beat nobody. Nah, get them out of here. Get them out of here.
Yeah, but Buffalo lost to the Dolphins and Atlanta. I mean, Buffalo, none of the teams left scare me. I mean, Chicago got a good record. They're in first place. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to move the goalposts, but they haven't played anybody. They haven't beaten a good team I don't see yet. They beat Minnesota twice.
You lock it in on the 3 games, but the only team left on our schedule, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to have to play the game of our life as the Detroit Lions.
Lions. I agree with that.
We're going to have to play the game of our life.
But look, they came out last week and didn't look good against who? Who they? Philly.
Philadelphia?
No, not Philly.
Yeah, Philly. They lost to Philly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's a good team. But Juice, thanks for the $1.99. What'd he say? He said they had Sean Tucker and wife blocking well.
Worse.
Oh, worse. Oh, worse. Yeah. Worse. Okay. Yeah. Oh, for Tampa Bay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, but Buffalo, all the teams are capable of beating the Steelers, but the Steelers are capable of beating them too. That's what
every last one of them. Every last one of them. Yeah. Facts.
Let me pull up. So we talked about the Steelers, we talked about this a little bit last show, Big G, are currently we got this playoff seeding, right?
Yep.
Excuse me. Currently 4th place as far as the division winners, division leaders. 6-4. They're 2-1 in their division, and they're 5-2 in the conference.
Facts.
So 2 of their 4 losses. 3 of their losses, obviously against Green Bay, Seattle. Who's the other one?
They lost to They lost to the Chargers, Green Bay, Seattle, and Cincinnati.
Oh, yeah, so that's the 2 losses. Okay.
Yeah.
They got 5 wins in conference.
Facts.
Okay. So their 1 win in conference was against Minnesota. Out of conference was against Minnesota.
Yep. They beat the Vikes.
Okay. But no, so as I look at this, and we look at this, Denver's at 9-2, and I already asked you this, Big G, on the last show. Shannon, does Denver scare you? Like 9-2. What do you think about Denver, Shannon?
They remind me of the Steelers back when they had younger Big Ben, and that they find different ways to win. One week it'll be the defense. The next week the offense will, have what I think that they have like 4 or 5 fourth quarter game winning drives. They're not that impressive, but they keep finding ways to win. I don't think they're the best team in the AFC, but again, there's not a dominant team in the AFC right now.
So do you think the Steelers are capable of beating Denver?
The Steelers could beat anybody on a given day,
okay.
but they can also lose to anybody. And we've seen that. That's kind of the Tomlin MO since he's been there. They can lose to anybody.
That's fair. But I'd say every team up there is the same way. They can beat anybody, they can lose anybody. We
just seen the Chargers kick the Steelers. It wasn't even competitive.
Right. Then they went to Jacksonville and got stomped.
Then they go to Jacksonville and they look like crap. So
right.
Yeah, you can say that about any of the teams. Then when you get in the playoffs, it comes down to coaching and a lot of times who your quarterback is. And that gives Buffalo a real advantage in the AFC.
Quarterback. I'm not like, McDermott is what Tomlin is. They've been in the playoffs. They've won a couple games because they have the quarterback, but they ain't been nowhere past one playoff win. They had one a few times.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 once. But Big G, go ahead and read Art's Baby Doll's super chat, man. Thanks again, Art.
Art's Baby Doll, we appreciate you really a lot. Like I said, we're continuing to pray for you and your family. If they contain the quarterback, we'll get the dub. I have faith. That's absolute facts, Art Baby Doll. All we got to do is get after Caleb Williams. The bottom line is get after Caleb Williams. Get after
this game was the game we did the schedule release I was most looking forward to. So I'm excited about the matchup against Chicago.
Can I say this, Tate? Denver Broncos remaining schedule. At Commanders, at Raiders, Packers, Jaguars, Chiefs, Chargers. They can lose the last 4.
They can easily win the last 4.
They could, but they can lose the last 4 too.
Did you see who has the easiest remaining schedule?
No,
the Ravens. Who?
The Patriots.
Oh yeah, they do. They do. I heard that.
Because they got a 3rd place schedule. Come on.
Yeah.
Of course they got an easy schedule. They got a 3rd place schedule.
But so if the Patriots had home field advantage, because the Steelers stay if they stay where they're at, they win that game, then
they catch the Patriots in the 2nd round.
They go to the Patriots. Yeah, if chalk wins, right? Like if 2 and 3 win, only one team gets a bye. So yeah, if 2 wins, then 4 would go to the Patriots automatically.
Yeah, and that's why we already done been there and done that. We done already been there and done that. So I ain't worried nothing about it.
Before we get ahead of ourselves talking about the playoffs, the last 4 games we got after the 3 we talked about already. We got the Dolphins in Pittsburgh.
Yep.
That's in December.
Yep.
We go to the Lions.
That's a rough ride.
It's a rough ride.
That's a rough ride.
We go to Cleveland.
Dub.
And that last game against the Ravens could be for it all.
For the division, at least. Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't think so, though. I don't think the Ravens winning 5 more. They ain't winning 5 more games. Hell no.
I'll go. But they got a pretty easy schedule too. Look up the Ravens schedule. And I'll go to Shannon first about how he sees these fights. You don't got to break none of them down, Shannon. Just 4 games. What do you potentially see the record coming out of those 4 games as?
Well, it would be great if it was 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be the Lions or the Ravens, but usually Steelers do pretty good at home against the Ravens. But they definitely have to handle business with the Dolphins and the Browns if they're going to make the playoffs.
Right. I like that assessment. That's fair. That's fair. You found the schedule yet, Big G?
Sure did. And I'm gonna tell you, there's some lumps going on with the Ravens.
Who is it?
The Jets first, then the Bengals with Joe Burrow full practice today. So Joe Burrow gonna be back for the Baltimore Ravens. Then they play us. Then they play Joe Burrow again. Then they play the Patriots. Then they play the Packers. And then they play us again. I see a whole lot of lumps going on in Baltimore. I see a whole lot of lumps. It's a bunch of lumps going to happen.
Well, at least Pittsburgh need to control their own destiny and part of that. I don't know about the Burrow games yet because we don't know how he comes back. But the Patriots, the Packers.
He full practice today. He full practice.
But you don't know what he's going to look like. He didn't play good the first 2 games of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying we know it's Joe Burrow, but it got to be last year MVP type Joe Burrow, right?
Hell, I'm glad we ducked him.
I'm glad we ducked him too.
I'm glad we ducked him. We ducked him. I'm glad. And I hate the Bengals. I hate them.
So those last 4, Big G, how do you see that for the Steelers? Record
3-1. 3-1. Oh, you mean the last 4? 3-1. Yeah, 3-1.
So if I add up the next 3 and the last 4, you got them 5-2.
Yep.
Which would put them at 11-6.
Yep.
Which is about where you were at when we did the schedule release. I
was
only crazy one at 14-3.
I said 12-5, and I think they'll finish 11-6 because we lost that diabolical game to the Bengals. That's the game that's killing me right now. We lost. There's no way we should have lost to them the first round. But that so Shannon, there's your Tomlin game. I don't think he got no more of them in the chamber. Well,
they didn't even show up against the Chargers, guys. Let's be honest.
Aaron Rodgers didn't show up. The defense showed up.
They've lucked into some wins. You can't expect to win getting 5 and 6 turnovers, and they've done it twice.
In fairness, they created the turnovers, and partly
was just bad execution by the other teams. The Patriots beat themselves. The Steelers never stopped them. It's just they kept turning it over.
Yeah, the Steelers, Cam Hayward forced 1 fumble for sure. A tip pass, intercept. I mean, that's their style of defense. They want to create splash. So
Shannon, we've been top 5. We've been top 5 in turnovers for the last 3 years, bro. That's how we play defense. Splash plays.
But they're also one of the worst at giving up 3rd and longs. They have the worst time of possession.
Facts.
Listen, guys, there's fluky ways to win. And if you're relying on the other team to mess up, you need to be able to be a solid defense, force them out 3 and out, get your sacks, even if you don't get turnovers. I like that. I don't like this fluky because turnovers come and go, but you can't count on them.
I tell you what, if we play like how we played the Bears, like we played the second half of the Cincinnati Bengals, we're going to blow the Bears out. We're going to blow them out. That's why I want, because, dog, they ain't got no tape on Mason. There's no tape out there. Well, they got the second half, and that's it. They ain't got no tape.
I don't think Mason's playing. I don't think that matters.
It does.
It don't matter. Aaron Rodgers will do just as good as Mason. I mean, you want to see Mason then because
no, Rodgers holds on to the ball too damn long, Tate. He's looking to force the ball to DK. Mason don't give no damn about that. Mason's like, whoever's open, I'm throwing him the ball.
I agree with that, but I bet if you look at their time to throw in that last game, I bet it's similar. I bet it's equal.
Well, I don't know what it was because the second half tape, even the offensive line looked better. The line looked better.
Well, yeah, because Mason don't have the mobility and niftiness. Even though Aaron Rodgers 42, he still think he can get around that pocket, manipulate it. Mason ain't going for that, which could be a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Mason ain't trying to dance around and roll out of stuff and do that stuff. You know what I mean?
I think Mason needs to play this week. I'm not saying he takes Rodgers' spot, but I think there's no tape on Mason. There's no tape. And because of that, they don't know how to prepare for him.
It wouldn't be a tactical thing like, oh, we're going to put Mason in because they don't got tape on him. They would put Mason in if Rodgers is not healthy.
Well, I don't. Rodgers need to sit this one out, bro. I'm just telling you.
So you're not saying if he's not healthy. You saying he need to sit out so tactically they can play Mason because they don't have tape on Mason.
No, I'm saying that Rodgers is not. Dog, he's got a broken freaking hand or wrist or whatever, dog. He's 42 years old. He needs to wait. He needs to wait.
If they clear him, the doctor say you can play, then you can play. No matter what you think, he's 42, he needs to sit. If the doctor say he can play, he can play.
So, Mr. Rooney, I hope you're listening to me on the podcast, Mr. Rooney. Pay that doctor to keep his ass on the bench because it happens all the time in the NFL. Mr. Rooney, pay that doctor to not medically clear him and make his ass sit on the bench this week. Pay him, Mr. Rooney. Send a check his way. Look out for him. Make sure he gets his bread and say, nah, Rodgers, you can't go. That's cool. That's cool by me. Emergency quarterback only. That's cool by me.
I think that Rodgers wants to play because he's so familiar with Chicago, what they run. Just like Flacco. Flacco was so excited to play the Steelers when, that first Cincy game. Now, things changed when it was Duggar and Ramsey and Pierre. I mean, they was different personnel. They did different packages, different scheme. Wasn't just as vanilla as that first game where, it was an avalanche. And I think Rodgers thinks he can do that against the Bears like he always has with the Packers. The only problem is I don't know. This offense is so different than anything Rodgers has ever run.
Facts.
I don't know if he'll have that instant success that he thinks he's having against the Bears, but if it's up to Rodgers, he'll be playing because he definitely wants to play this game.
Yeah, just so he can discount double check. That's all he want to do, Shanny.
Yeah. I think the greats, Rodgers, one of the greats, he has an ego. He wants to go to Chicago. He likes the narrative. Oh, he's hurt. He broke his arm. I think Rodgers plays. I think he goes out and has a good game. I think he throws for 3 tubs. That's all I'm going to say right now. But let's go ahead and do our prediction for how we see it Sunday, Soldier Field, Chicago. I'll go first, and I'll let you guys figure it out.
I'm going to go second tonight, Shannon. I'm going second. I'm going second. Yeah.
I'm going to say, I agree with Big G. The Steelers got to get pressure on Caleb Williams and stop the run game. I mean, I think Joey Porter Jr., how he's been playing the past 3 weeks, can kind of, I mean, they did a collective job, good job against Chase last week. So I think there's no reason to believe they can't do something to Rome Dunze.
Yep.
And DJ Moore is good, but he's not having a good season. You Pierre on him or Slay on him, you bracket him. You play some of those drop zone coverages with Peyton Wilson or your middle linebacker, and because DJ Moore beat you, he's gonna beat you in crossing routes and quick slants, stuff like that. So you take that stuff from stop the run first, contain Caleb Williams, and just secondary, do what you've been doing as far as the receivers. And I think offense, we need to be able to run the ball and take some, Sanders said earlier, take some shots. If they're not there or not, you got to stretch the defense. You know what I mean? I don't know if MVS is playing, but Roman Wilson to me is getting better. I like Darnell Watson and seam routes. I like Moose sitting in the zone. So yeah, man, I as always, I'm my Jeff Hartman bag for our Steel Curtain Network listeners. My Jeff Hartman bag. I don't think I picked against the Steelers all year, so I got 6 right and 4 wrong. But I'm gonna go ahead and say the Steelers going to Chicago, break the curse, Shannon, the Soldier Field curse, the George Halas curse, the Walter Payton curse, whatever the curse is, the Brian Song curse, Gale Sayers curse. They go into Chicago and get the win. And Brian Song is Brian Piccolo, not Brian Song's the movie. They go into Chicago, get the win. I'm gonna give them the win, Big G, 23-13.
All I know is we coming out of Soldier Field with a dub. I'm telling you right now. And I'm gonna tell you, if Mason play, we getting 30 plus. Book it. If Mason starts, we scoring 30. Because I'm gonna tell you what they did in the second half, y'all. I sat down on that film. They ran crossing routes like there wasn't no tomorrow. I saw 2 plays where DK Metcalf and Mount Washington literally ran into each other. I saw it. Right, go ahead, Tate.
I just want to say that Mason's 2 biggest plays, probably 60 yards of his 115 yards passing, was to play to Darnell Washington, where he ran over a lot of people. And that little dump off past the game, well, it took it 30 yards to the house.
Yep.
So, I mean, Mason's numbers can look inflated. He missed the back shoulder to DK that was there.
Sure did.
Now, I'm not putting nothing on him like it's bad because he hadn't played all year. It's his first playing time. So
he missed the seam route. He missed the seam route to DK for a touchdown. DK was wide the hell open.
That's the same play he threw at the game when he got a touchdown. But that seam route was there. You're right. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, read Claude Super Chat. Go on with your
Claude, he said, will Garrett break the sack record? He got 15 now. Who knows? Who gives a damn about Myles Garrett, Claude? I ain't on here to talk about no diabolical Browns.
I tell you now, the last 2 years, Myles Garrett been better than TJ, though. Finally, Cleveland, I'm giving you some props.
That's facts, but I don't care nothing else about none of the rest of the diabolical Cleveland Browns. Them else can get the hell out of here.
Hey, Claude, next time ask your boy Curb. He's a plant.
Yeah, he sure is. Oh, traitor. So, but I'm telling you, if Mason scores, we score 30. And you got to get, and you're going to see Shannon. I told you last time it was going to happen. You're going to see that 4-3. I'm telling you right now, and they'll disguise it. It'll be 4-3 to 3-4, and they're going to play one-on-one with Roman Duze or that cover one, and then they're going to be like, Caleb, throw the ball late in the middle, because that's what you do on a regular. And I promise you, now Duggar was skillet hands one time last week, but the other time he wasn't. So I'm telling you right now, Shannon, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly up there, bro. It's going to get ugly. We got to play the same way we played the freaking Colts. The same way. Ramsey, you got they tight end. Pierre LaPue or JPJ, you got Rome. Every 4-3 and everybody else shut the run game down. That's all we got to do. And the offense has got to play better, which I think that Mason can do that for the offense. And God, please let Jaylen Warren get between 15 and 20 carries. Please. Can he just get, if he gets between 15 and 20 carries, he's going for about $135. Just give him the damn ball. Get out the way. Come on, man. Come on. This ain't rocket science, y'all. This ain't rocket science. Pittsburgh Steelers win 31-21. Steelers, 31-21.
Like we said, I don't know who's going to be playing. I think that Mason's taking what's there. He's simplified it. You know, he's going first read, second read. He's not really trying to scramble. I think a lot of people are missing the fact, if you watch Rodgers' eyes, when he does start moving up in the pocket, he's taking his eyes off downfield.
That's fact.
And he's missing some open stuff because they are allowing some penetration, but it doesn't mean that it's always getting in his lap. But he's moving forward into the pressure, just like Pickett would roll out to his left and roll into pressure. Rodgers is moving up into pressure sometimes, where I don't think it's necessary because he's taking his eyes off downfield. Actually, with his injury situation, I would rather see Mason, but we'll see what happens. I think they're going to play Rodgers. Until they break the curse and I see it happen, I'm not going to believe it. Just because, like I said, 1-12, guys. I mean, that's a lot of evidence. We know how it's always been. It was in Oakland, and there's other places they've really struggled to win, and that's one of them. So I'd like to see them get 4 or 5 turnovers again. If they do, I think they can win, but I'm not counting on it. I guess I got to pick with the curse. I will say like 24-21 Bears.
Shannon.
That's good news, Big G.
No, hell no, it ain't. I need Shannon to come home, man.
Last weekend they won.
I need Shannon to come home, Shannon. Come on home, Shannon. No more of this diabolical mess. Come on. And I hope they prove it this year. Shannon, let me ask you this question. I just want to ask you. Bears win, Bills win, are you coming home, man?
Well, when you say coming home, just being honest, if they can break the curse in Chicago, and then they show the improvement I've been talking about, and they can beat the Bears and the Buffalo in the next 2 weeks, then I might start believing again. Yes.
Well, get ready.
Okay.
Get ready.
Okay.
Get ready. Get them prayers together and get ready, because we about to handle business, Shannon. We about to handle it.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Yes.
All right, guys. Well, with that being said, with Steelers, Chicago, Sunday at 1:00. We'll be there. I'll just give a few plugs. We got our Big Noon Pick'em show coming up tomorrow at noon. Myself, Big G, and Mod. I won't say who's winning that between the three of us.
I'll say it. Tate's up 2, 102 to 100. I'll say he got me by 2 because I did a diabolical pick last week. Congratulations for being in first place, but I'm gonna catch your ass, bro. You better watch it because I'm coming this week.
Then we got the homies on Friday night. Not Big G. B Dirt and Pay will be there. So be sure to tap in. And we got the KnoItAllz on Sunday. The Fast and Furious 60-minute update take you preview the Sunday night game too. So check it all out. We'll be here for the rest of the week. Really, some form or fashion. Big G got his college pick'em show Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Sarah C and Teresa B. Check that out.
Mm-hmm.
So we out here. Check out the rest of the shows on Steel Curtain Network. Tomorrow is the preview show with Jeff, Bad, and Dave. Check that out. Friday night is the homies. We're back on here too Friday. Okay, yeah. So check us out the rest of the week. With that being said, fellas, we can go ahead and get ready to get out of here. And then as always, Shannon, take us home the old school way, man. West Virginia old school way.
Let's go.
Mamba out.
Y'all come back now. Here